Your sprinkler water is your fire suppression system. These are all throughout the house. Now for your fire suppression system, one thing you want to make note of for this is basically never turn this off unless you accidentally break one of these.
Okay.
If you want to shut off water to the main house, including plumbing, including appliances and all that, you're going to do it right here.
Okay. The upper one.
If you're gonna,
Chụp cái hình đi, nhớ cái này rủi mà ở trong nhà bảo bị gì á. Emergency mình xách cái này chứ đừng xách cái dưới kia nha. Cái kia là
the upper one.
dạ. Còn cái
Nhà nước này nè hả?
now, only if you accidentally break one of these is when you're going to shut off down here.
Okay.
Otherwise, always leave that on.
Yeah.
If you're going to go on vacation, go to the country for a little bit, still leave that on. That is your fire insurance right there. So even if your neighbor had a fire and it affected your house, as long as this thing is on, you're covered.
Okay. Yep.
what about the outdoor water shut off?
Right
Like
here.
winter. Đó, thấy không? Cái hai đó đó là mỗi mùa đông là chị phải tắt á. Đó.
So
Đó.
this is shutting off your water here. So you will shut off on both of them.
Thì cái phía sau, cái phía trước.
Yeah. So we shut off both.
Cái phía sau.
And then you'll come over
Ở ngoài
here.
đây nó không có sưởi.
Yeah.
And you just open this. Any excess water that's in there is going to drain out. And we haven't used this hose bit, so there's no water charged in it. And then just make sure you close it back up before you open it at the main. So in the wintertime, open it, let the excess water drain out. In the summertime, come back over, close it up, and then open
Mấy
it.
cái này nó dễ mở lắm. Nhiều người luôn á.
Để kêu chị.
Chị Phương thấy chị Quế có
Now you also have a bleed valve on the side here. So what some homeowners do is they close here and then they'll open this bleed valve. It's a little bit more tricky because you want to hang like a bucket or something underneath so it's not draining on top of you.
Yeah.
But it'll drain all the water in this line. Now these are called PEX lines. These PEX lines are very flexible. They're very durable as well. They hold up better than the copper and bronze lines that we used to use back in the day. They're also a lot cheaper, both on the plumber and the homeowner. But the other reason that we use this is they're frost freeze protected. It's not 100%, so there is a chance for them to freeze up. But it's a lot lower for them to freeze in this kind of material. So, right here is your water meter.
Quế thì kia hồi đó trời ơi.
There's your water meter. So the water meter is taken care of prior to you going to closing, so that's why you don't have to worry about transferring and setting it up into your name. The title company takes care of that. Now this does have an electronic transmitter up here. That's how they get the reading from that transmitter. So when say your fire does a drive-by of the actual house, that's how they get their accurate reading. Over here is the electric shutoff for your water heater. This is a pull-out plug.
Yeah.
Now, if you did pull this out, make sure you go over to the breaker box and turn off the breaker before you plug this back in.
Yeah.
But chances of you doing that are slim to none. Most people aren't going to be touching the breaker. Over here, the water heater is a 50-gallon tank. It is dual heated. So just make sure that if you change the temperature on it at all, you make changes to both temperatures. Essentially, there's two heating elements within this water heater. So if they're operating at different temperatures, that fluctuating temperature is going to kill the lifespan of this water heater. So you want to make sure they match. And then in the back here is your sump pump. So your sump pump and the thicker pipe coming out of it is the radon pipe. So the sump pump is the one with the black trim piece in the middle of the pipe. The thicker one next to it is radon. So radon is a harmful gas that can cause cancer and other issues. It is a fully enclosed pipe that comes underneath your foundation and exits out the roof. So you don't have any radon leaks within the house. The pipe behind it, that is the actual sump pump. So a sump pump is basically a big red solo cup underneath the ground. As it fills with water, once it reaches a certain level, it flushes it out of the house. Now that sump pump is on a GFCI. That's one of the outlets I was talking about in the mechanical room. And with that one, it's hard to see and it's hard to access because the GFCI is actually right behind your water heater. So what I would recommend you doing is when Safe Haven comes out, they're going to give you an option for a smart plug, a smart outlet. I would put it where your sump pump is. What that's going to do is you plug the smart plug into the outlet, plug the sump pump into that smart plug. It'll notify you when it's tripped, so you don't have to manually check it. The other benefit to that is you don't have to be home to know that it's tripped. The alternative is to get a low frequency alarm set up to it so that it goes off if it's no longer receiving power. But yeah, I would highly recommend doing something like that. The third GFCI to worry about is actually right over here. Here's the garage door. This is the easiest one to recognize. When it trips, your garage door lights are going to go out, your center light's going out. When you reset it, lights are back on, lasers are back on. Everything's going to be good. I say this is the most obvious, but you're going to go to leave for the day, try to open the garage door, nothing's going to happen. So that's a pretty good indicator.